good music isn't made anymore was because he was just like, you know, we're just sending files back and forth. You know what I mean?
I saw that, and that was dope. That was dope.
It was just one of them things where I was just like, damn, you know, I've been a victim of that. And, you know, you get to know each other through Twitter. But like you said, being able to put a face to the voice and piecing everything together. So, you know, just, you know, taking those times and really, and JR knows, because he's been in here with me making music. It's just like, you know, I'm always trying to find new ways to kind of make it better. You know what I'm saying? And this is something like, you know, we never did before. So, definitely want to do this. Play some stuff. I'm hoping this will come out. Y'all can hear it. That was this joint. That was this Trey Songz, and I had looped up.
A Trey Songz medley.
Yo, why don't nobody like Trey Songz, man?
I like Trey, but like, dude, he lost it for me somewhere, maybe about 10 years ago. Well, maybe about 7 years ago.
Yo, I don't know nobody who like. I'm like, I catch hell for liking Trey Songz. I'm like, yo, the nigga.
I mean,
I like having sex. You know, dude is cool.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed like after what is it, Passion, Pain, Pleasure, I was done. I was over.
Trying to think. I like that them first two Anticipation mixtapes.
Yeah, the mixtape was crazy.
Anticipation is the shit. Yes.
Right. Mixtapes was crazy.
That's I was like, hold on. Yeah.
I like that. Okay, what you can do with this, Darius?
I'm thinking on it. But yeah, this is it. I fucks with
it. When you made this, Kel?
Bruh, I don't know. Man, you see, I was about to stop playing it. I don't even like this beat. So I was already ready to jump to the next beat.
Listen, the stuff we're gonna like, the stuff that you like, he's not gonna like.
Yeah, JR knows me well enough to know that. Like,
oh God.
I wonder why that is though. Because the thing is, I'm usually one who doesn't like stuff that everybody else likes. So.
Right.
I see that from Twitter. You make that very obvious.
Oh yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna just, while we playing joints, I'm gonna just make a folder for you, just throw them in, in there. Yeah, I was already on to the next beat.
All right, but I do like that one. Okay, yeah, I like this one more. What I take it you don't like this one either?
I'm just playing. What I do is to keep my sanity and kind of see how my workflow is. Oh, and I was gonna say too. I don't have a book here, but we do a book club joint. And this joint is a Creative Quest. Questlove's new book. That's kind of talking about. I'm with you, JR. You know I don't rock with the dude. Questlove to me. Questlove is like Kobe. I don't like him, but I respect the man's hustle.
Yeah.
Right.
Everything. So if Kobe is writing a book on how to do, I'm all there for it. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't care about. So
right.
You know me from writing scripts to doing this, doing that. I'm like, how do you? So we doing that, but that's a good book. But where did that even come from?
You were talking about book club or something? Or?
Book club, yeah. Another thing you'll know, man, I got this disease, fibromyalgia, so it affects my joints and bones and my memory. Like, I forget shit, like, quick. Like, literally quick.
Right.
You ain't lying.
Yeah, I will forget something quick. So you said you like this joint?
Yeah.
All right.
I really like the other one before this.
No, I like the other one before.
Oh,
this one is just like,
that's what I was saying
about this one though.
This is where it all goes back to. I was saying that I'm just playing to keep up with what I had to start doing was to kind of keep up with how I'm making beats. I have all folders by months and years so that I can know, okay, it's December, like this is December 2012. So it's kind of like I can see where my workflow kind of picked up or dropped off, and then I can kind of figure out why based off the month. So to answer your question, JR, this is from December 2012. So that beat is 6 years old. So all these beats are from. I like that.
I like this.
We can come back to that one.
I don't know.
No, it's dope though. Don't wrong, bro. It's dope. It's
dope. Don't, bro. Don't. You could. It's all good, man.
Like this.
Yeah, there's some storytelling ish.
That was Anthony Hamilton. It was on YouTube. He was doing a live version of Jodeci's "Freaking You."
Oh, okay.
So that's what that is.
You don't
I hear it now. What you said.
He don't like Anthony Hamilton, so.
What you talking about? I love Anthony Hamilton.
I mean, he got a couple songs I mess with.
Oh, so you with him a lot?
Yeah, I like I said, he got a couple songs I mess with, but I'm not a fan.
Yeah. Okay, so I know what I'm dealing with. Oh God.
I need play that last one back, Kill. I didn't even hear that first one. That one you just played right now.
down a folder for you just so you can see what you can do.
Yeah, yeah. I fuck with this.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, yeah. Why didn't you send me this with that first batch of beats?
Get him.
Oh no.
Woo.
That's definitely going in the yes pile. Yes.
I like that.
Me too.
This one of Joyce how like.
I mean, what are y'all trying to do with this EP? Honestly, what do y'all want to say? Like, what do y'all want to say with it?
See, that's the thing. It's funny you bring up the EP. I hadn't even really given much thought to the EP because once he started talking about the concepts for the album, my mind had automatically just like hopped on that. But,
oh well, that's good because I'm an album person anyway. So I mean,
but no, the thing is, I need to actually do some thinking as far as the EP is concerned because I mean that is coming first. It's just
right.
You know everything you've been sending me is like, no, damn, I actually want this for my album. So.
Gotcha.
But I don't know. The vision for the EP, I guess, is basically just my presentation, like me testing the water, so to speak, or just hey, this is Pete right here. He about to do some shit, but he just giving y'all a little taste right now. But
okay,
it's
this is
like
the prelude.
Yeah.
You know what's funny that you just said that made me think we could sample that Mobb Deep. This is me, Pete. You know what I mean? With Prodigy's coming in with the intro.
I like that.
Ooh.
I like that.
Said that. Like, it was just like, yeah, this is me.
That'd be dope.
You know
what I mean? He has a way of throwing hip hop into R&B.
I'm saying I need that though, because like mine is like I'm too heavy on the R&B side to where people won't be able to relate to it. So I need that hip hop influence. So that's
agreed.
I mean, I know we were talking a little bit because you know me, JR. I'm like, I was talking to my man about the other day that just everybody makes music. Like you'd be hard pressed to walk anywhere and not run into somebody who's a producer, a singer, rapper, and it's like. I think about what would intrigue me because there's so much new music that comes out. It's a blessing that so many people like on Twitter respect my opinion, so there's their music. But like when I was cooking up some stuff, it was like, yo, if we took hip hop songs but then R&B them out, you know what I mean? Like what we were talking about, like with that Beans, feel it in the air, like making it be like, oh, I feel like the relationship could be ended, like. You just telling me that concept, I would that song or that EP would jump my rotation line because I would just be like, yo, I've never heard anybody do that before. I've never heard anybody take a hip hop song but then put it into an R&B joint or with when the levees break. Like that's such a huge breakbeat.
Yeah, it is.
So as a producer, if somebody told me like, yo, this guy got a song talking about over the levees breaking, talking about when the levees break in your relationship, like you know, it's just trying to, you know me, JR, trying to come up with those concepts so that before the person even hear, you know, it's almost like when you hear about a new movie coming out before you even see the trailer, you already, just from hearing what the movie's about, you want to see it.
Yeah.
You know, like that's what I'm always trying to get. I want people to be fiending for it before they even hear anything, just from hearing the concepts behind it. You know what I mean? So and it's funny because the joint that you love, that Luther joint, I ain't even really like that at first. You know what I'm saying? And it was crazy because I went to work and my man, when I posted on IG, my man was at work already playing it like, yo, man, this shit crazy. And he don't even into music like that. So I was like, damn this. But yeah, like when I did it, I was,
you know, funny with that though. That was like the first one you sent me. I listened to it for probably 48 hours straight, and I'm having like the hardest time writing to it because everything I do like just comes out sounding like I'm trying to imitate Luther. But it's like shit. I'm still like, you know, dedicated to working with though because I love the track.
I mean, but the crazy thing is, man, is I ain't saying you got to try to redo Luther, but you could just sing a little bit of it. You know what I mean, and put your spin on it.
Well, no, that's actually what I'm doing, but it's just like, you know, that I only want to be a little bit because I still want it to be something that introduces me on some original shit. But at the same time, it's like, you know, I do want it to be kind of as like, I definitely me paying homage, and I don't want to, you know, hop ahead of myself when I say it's kind of like, you know, me taking the torch that Luther left.
Right. I know.
Like, no, be confident in your shit.
Yeah, but it's like I ain't trying to come out the gate like that because it's like, all right, dude, who is this nigga right here? Like,
oh yeah, yeah.
But I mean, that may be one of the joints we say for the album. You know what I mean?
True. No, because I'm gonna tell you now that when the levee's broken, I'm taking that one in a different direction, but I'm saving that one definitely for the album. That's actually gonna be the last track on there.
Okay.
You actually had this one, I think it was either on your SoundCloud page or you might have sent it to me, but it's that Into My World, I think, and that's actually going to be the intro. So, yeah, and the way I hear it, like with the Luther track, after it fades out of the Into My World intro, it's going to slide into the, I need to find somebody to play some piano behind it, but before it slides into your track, I just want to do like me a cappella singing like the second bridge from it, the, you know, the I used to doubt every girl, that part, and like just do a little bit of that, and then it like slides into yours and then goes into the song, and you know, I'm still like, you know, working out everything else in my mind, but that's all I got so far for real. Like, like flow of it, but like my overall idea for the album, I think, is just gonna be like a guy who's, you know, really coming into his own after coming out of a relationship, and it's almost like, you know, all right, my whole world crashed apart, and now I'm, you know, learning how to rebuild and learning how to, you know, just be a man on my own at this, you know, particular point where I'm entering into a new decade of life. I'm a whole lot wiser, I'm a whole lot smarter, I have a whole new sense of confidence. So it's like, you know, this is me introducing myself as a grown ass man now.
Oh, so, I like it already.
It's like, you know, I'm just wiser about love and just life in general.
Yeah, that's dope, man. That's dope. That's dope. That's real dope. Let me play some stuff. See what else we got. People in the house, you're about to witness something you never witnessed
Kill, how long does it usually take you to make a beat?
What you said?
I said, how long does it usually take you to make a beat?
Depending, if I got the sample already, maybe an hour or two, you know, because one of the things that I'm always trying to do is I want to try to make like I kind of want it to be able to feed, like, since like I was telling you, you really the first, you know, male singer I've been able to rock with. All right. I'm always thinking of doing it for an MC. So I'm always setting it up with 16 bars, a chorus. So to actually make the beat may take 10 to 15 minutes, but then like I want to build it out. I want to, you know, have it where, you know, there's a different sequence that comes. In fact, let me load something up in the machine so I could explain it a little bit better. I know.
No, but the fact that you said you craft your beats for MCs makes all the difference in the world, because I know it's like, you know, the 16 bars, and I'm like, damn, this going long as shit.
Right, but, which like, is we just got strip it down to 8. Yeah. But like it's kind of like trying to, you know, what I used to do is crazy, man. and I'll send you this article, man. It was this piece that was done in this XXL magazine back in '97, and what it was is this chick had did a piece on D'Angelo making voodoo, and he was talking about like really studying the masters and how to make voodoo. You know, he studied Sly, he studied James, he studied Marvin, he studied all the masters. And I was reading it, and I was just like, yo, I really don't know nothing about these dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know their hits, but like, I don't really know. Like, my mom is a jazz musician, so growing up in her house, I heard a whole lot of jazz. So
same with my dad, yeah.
Okay. Right. So that was the thing with, you know, so I don't really have the story of Sunday soul food dinner while mama is playing the Claudine soundtrack. I don't have any of that. You know what I mean? My dad would listen to like Luther and Patty and certain people like that, but not a lot of 70s soul. Right. So it kind of was just like, yo, I gotta study these masters. So I was living in Atlanta in '97, moved back to Baltimore in '98, and once I got a job, like that's when I started like getting all the Marvin and getting all the and really listening and really like taking in Here My Dear and all that. Because when you talk about Marvin and Stevie and Prince, like me and JR always talk about, you have people who are like their fans, but they've never even heard an album because they have so many hits. You can go to a Prince show or, you know, in any of their shows at their time and be able to sing along because of the hits, but you don't know those album cuts and things like that. You know,
that's what real gold is.
Right. You know what I mean? So what I started doing was every Wednesday after I got off work back in like '98, I would take a hip hop producer who I loved, I would take their CD and I would just listen to it. So I would pop in, you know, Pete and CL's The Main Ingredient and literally like take apart everything. Like, okay, Pete, you know, would switch the sequence before going into the chorus. And then Pete would switch this coming out of the chorus, going back into the track and piecing all those things together. So to make the beat is probably like 10 to 15 minutes if I already know the sample. But the other part then comes into like me being able to put little words like the beat we were just listening to. You know, I got the Slick Rick and it goes a little something like this, hit it, you know, and, you know, different things.
Just little details.
Yeah, like little details. So then it's like, and I'm always trying to like feel like, what does the track feel like? You know, does the track feel like this? So that's why like most of my beats are never just like straight just beat. It'll be like, you know, it's funny because being at the radio station, we'd have to talk over instrumentals. So my thing was like, yo, I want to make instrumentals. Like, you know, I don't want to just make a beat. I want to make an instrumental. So like you could literally, while you're listening to it, you could be like, oh, okay, this is the chorus. So okay, I these are the 16 bars. So but it's like different every night. But like I said, the hardest part is finding it. Or by me not being able to play, the hard part becomes I have what I want in my head, but I now have to find it to bring it to life. Versus if I could play, I could just play it, you know. So like, you know, JR, somebody will be over here and I'll be playing samples and people like, oh, that shit's dope, use that. I'm like, nah, I'll save it, put it to the side, but I'm like, that's not what I want to make right now. Like, I got a vision of what I want to make right now. And that'll become the frustrating part. So what I'll do now is I'll be at work listening to samples. So then by the time I get home, I don't even have to take that 2 to 3 hours of trying to find that sound. I can just kind of come upstairs and just get started and just go with it. You know what I mean?
Got you.
You want to straight up the bar, Brooklyn, massive in the house. All night is massive in the house. They want to straight up our block, push through with a loud up today. All Church Avenue, massive, all bedside crew. We get set right now to welcome out of New York City.
Like that one.
You said you don't like that one?
No, you like that one, Kel?
Yeah, it's always that. I like it. Y'all don't. I'm used to it, man. It's nothing new.
That's why I was like, you like it. And I was like, I do it.
This is the way of the world.
Put this in the maybe, pal.
All right.
Yeah, I like that. I take it you don't.
No, I like it. I like it.
He likes it. We got one. This shocking, yo. Like, we was at Kill House, yo, and we went, I think Kill went through like 50 beats. And it was like all of us like maybe 30 of them. And Kill was like, nope.
Yeah, that's how it goes, though. But I mean, I get it though.
None of them. And we like, what?
I'm just like, man, I get it.
Why it take you so long for you to even want to do something?
Okay, so here's the thing. I have really terrible stage fright, and it wasn't always, that bad. Like I used to, when I was growing up, I used to sing all the time. Like you wouldn't even have to ask me. I would just sing like right there in front of you.
Right.
So I was 15, right, and my voice was like, changing and cracking and all that. And it was once I was singing a solo, right, a song I've been singing since I was like maybe 11 or 12. My voice cracks in front of the whole church, like on some like just super like really noticeable type shit. And I was like, all right, you know what? That just shot my confidence because, I saw a couple people like laughing and shit. And I was like, you know what? I'm kind of good on this and just didn't sing again for a minute. But I'm like, all right, man, what am I really doing? Because that's the only thing that makes me happy. I can't keep, just going through trying to find out something. What's really going to like put me at that level?
Right.
Hey. And then one night I was with my boy and he was like, we was just like chilling, smoking and shit. He was like, Derek, sing something real quick. And I know he was like, I'm recording. I was like, all right, whatever. And then so I did it. And he was like, you should post it. I was like, I don't know. So I ran it by a couple people, like my cousin and like my best friend. So they were like, "No, for real, post that shit." So I did, and here we are.
That's what's up.
Yeah. Cause I'm like, this dude got a voice, and he waited this long.
I mean, honestly, bro, like there's a whole lot of people out here who sing and stuff. So it's like, I mean, I was coming from a place of what's gonna really separate me from anybody else. Like, I mean, and I personally don't. I mean, I know I can sing, but like, I don't think I'm like. At the time, I really was of the mind that like, all right, it's plenty of dudes out here who sing me under the table. So let me just keep that to myself. I got like some you might listen to around the house or might come listen to on a Sunday morning, but not nothing that people be trying to hear for real until I actually showed it to a couple people and then sang for a couple others. They're like, no, for real, like that's something you should pursue. So
yeah,
you cultivate that and turn it
into Sam Cooke. I was like, this dude, what?
And it was funny. Like, I was like, this might be just a bit over ambitious of me, but let me at least try it. And I was like, you either gonna do it or you not. And here we are. So,
how many retweets you got now from that?
Honestly, like not that many. Like less than. I want to say less than 50, but it's all good.
Really?
Shit. Got to start somewhere.
Damn, I thought you had like 3,000. Well, I think the views, you got like 3,000 views.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Oh, okay.
But it's got a lot of traffic on like Facebook and IG too. So
okay, good.
Well, I think the other thing too with that, man, is like we said, man, is just really, like you said, I don't really think nowadays, what it really comes down to, bro, and we talked about this, it's your hustle.
Yeah.
That's really what it's all about. And like, I was telling you, I've done some projects with people and, that's why I'm trying to figure out how to do something different this time, because it's like, we got to be on the same page. You know what I mean?
Same way.
Like I'll see people, they'll tweet all this hoopla about their project. I'm in the studio, I'm in the lab, I'm doing this, doing that, blah, blah, blah. The project drop, and then I don't see another tweet about the project. Like, you know what I mean? Or I'll see people color commentate a whole basketball game on Twitter and don't put one tweet about the album. I'm like, how do you not tweet nothing about the album? The only time they'll tweet it is if they'll retweet what I tweet about the album. And I'm like, bro, we can't basically.
Well, I'll tell you right now, like, I know I'm guilty of retweeting yourself and not tweeting anything about my
No, I'm not even talking about you because we don't have anything out. You know what I mean? And, that's the other thing is that, but my biggest thing is that if we have a project, and this is why I tell everybody, I did this project through The Wire, where I took my beats and mixed it with HBO's The Wire. I did that shit in 2011. I still tweet about it like it just came out. For the simple fact that if you never heard it, it's brand new to you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Everybody gonna promote your shit better than you.
Right. It's 7 years old to me, but for somebody who just started following me last week, it's brand new to them.
Mm-hmm.
So, I give everybody the benefit of the doubt. So maybe it's just that people don't really realize how to use social media. You know what I mean? Like, I think
that is a lot of it.
Yeah. And again, because I'm like, I know we all out here trying to make money. So especially when we charging for a project, how you not tweeting about this every single moment of the day? Like, I don't get it, but it's really understanding that, like with JR, like, I getting in the studio with Chucky Thompson was off of Twitter. Getting in the studio with Bink was off of Twitter. Like, getting anybody who's been on my podcast, PJ Morton, was off of Twitter. Like, this is the only place where you can connect with people directly
everywhere.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And it's just, and again, a lot of people I know, they're like, I really don't like social media. And I'm like, well, then you don't want to sell no music then, because
it's at this point. I mean, the thing about it is there's no way that the three of us would have come in contact with each other had it not been for Twitter.
Amen.
Right. But the thing is, and I always tell people, you can't, if you don't like going outside in the wintertime, then you don't want to sell drugs. Like, that's like a drug dealer being like, nah, I don't want to go.
That is so profound.
You ain't gonna sell no drugs then. So if
that's so real.
Whatever you want to do, if you're an artist, a rapper, singer, dancer, whatever you're doing, if you don't want to be on social media, then you don't want to be successful. That's basically what you're saying in 2018. Absolutely. Because there's no other way that you can do it. And it's funny, I always use this analogy when I'm talking to people, because a lot of times I'll have people like, oh, Kill, you're not producing anything, or you're not making huge money now. And it's funny, I always give this analogy of, me and Naomi, my daughter, was doing our backyard, and we had to tear up the backyard and pull up all the dirt, and put the dirt down, put the seed, fertilizer, all that stuff. And at the end of like the 6-hour day, she was like, Daddy, where's the grass? And I'm like, oh no, babe, that was just the first step. That was just the first step of the process. And she was like, nigga, we've been out here for 6 hours sweating, doing all this, and it's just dirt. And like when you would be in my studio and you could see in the neighbor's yard and there's just dirt, I said, see, you're looking at it and you're just seeing dirt, but you don't understand. Our dirt has promise. Their dirt doesn't. So just because you're looking at something and it looks like you and somebody else are at the same exact starting spot, like you ain't making no money, I ain't making no money, that's true. But my dirt has the soil. My dirt has the fertilizer. My dirt has the seed that's eventually gonna grow. And so many people look at it like they take all this time in making the album. But then what happens is, and I equate it to the grass, because if you take all that time to put into the soil, and I told Naomi, but this is the next part, and this is the most important part. We got to water the grass 3 times a day, every day for 15 minutes. If you don't do that, then all that work we just did was useless.
Right.
And that's the thing. You can be in the studio, you could be writing these lyrics, you could be spending all this time making the beat, but now that it's done, if you don't take the time to promote it and water it and get it out there, it was useless. It was nothing. We did all that laboring for 6 hours for absolutely nothing. And that's where so many artists go wrong nowadays, because they put all this time and effort and energy into making the album. Now when it's time to promote it and get it out there, now it's like, oh, I forgot to water the grass. Yo, dog, I had to shit my phone. Like, yo, Naomi, I'm going to get up, water the grass. You get home from school, it's your job to water the grass the 3rd time. I'll take care of it before I go to bed. Like, we got to get on the same page to be like, okay, boom, the album's out. All right, Kill, boom. This is what I'm going to do for it this week. This is going to be the promo you do for it this week. All right, I'm going to hit up these websites and get at it this week. Like, you got to have a plan mapped out. And to me, a lot of people don't have the plan, and they take all that energy into making the album, and then they're tired. And then they just drop the ball, and you can't do that, because then you just wasted all this money at Home Depot. We just brought all this soil, we brought all this stuff, and it just goes to waste. You know what I mean? So that's like how, I'm always like, we gotta push through with these projects because I mean it's tiring, and I mean I understand. Like I don't mind being a marketing guy because at my job I have a lot of free time, so I don't mind being on it. But it's like it's like me and my daughter. We gotta be on a schedule where it's like, okay, boom, this is what you're gonna be doing. This is what we gonna be doing. This is what we gonna start doing as a team. Because I think that's the other problem that we don't have. Like with me and JR, I wanted to bring him in not just for his R&B guru opinion of stuff, but you know, to really form a marketing team on how we're going to do this. You know what I mean? So the next talk, it may be another one of my peoples that sit in, or you may bring somebody in, because the same way it's like it take a village to raise a kid, it take a village to fucking get a fucking album.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, bro, like I wouldn't have known where to start. I was like, had been saying, I've been talking about doing this shit for like maybe 3 years now. But you the first producer I actually linked up with, who I actually felt I could work with. So yeah, you're absolutely right. This ain't nothing I could do on my own.
Right. And then I think that's the problem, that everybody's so happy now that we have Bandcamp and iTunes and everything.
But
like
everything out there just sounds so damn like. Just I don't know, bro, and I don't mean to keep shit. It's like sound like the guy who's always shitting on the competition before I even have any workout yet. But it's just I'm really unimpressed by what I see as far as male R&B now. So I just and not even just the musical aspect, but just like you're talking about the way it's promoted a lot of times, the whole way it's presented. So I feel like with this whole marketing team concept, we can come up with some shit that'll really like just turn everybody on their ass.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing, because see with JR, it's like that's the R&B guru. Like if I got a question, that's who I'm calling. You know what I mean? So it's like if we make an R&B a soul, he got to be on the team, because
right, I got you.
He's like, nah, that I ain't feeling that, or I ain't feeling this. And JR know, like, shit, you can tell me in a minute you ain't feeling a beat. That shit don't hurt my feelings. Let's like, I'm trying to get this shit done.
It's just I try to be delicate with that, because as an artist, I too am very sensitive about my shit. So it's like I try to get the same sensitivity for everybody else when they present something.
Right. No, I
feel something you put work into,
Yeah. And I mean the thing is that I think by doing this so long, there's no offense taken, because I understand every song speaks to somebody differently.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like from doing the podcast that we do, it's amazing to me. Like, what's that? Yo, that Mary song with the boy that you don't like, JR, off of Mary's last album with the dude. You know what I'm talking about. What is the dude? Mary's last album that we both love.
Okay.
She's got a duet on there. Hold up, let me.
Frank Ocean, not Frank.
Nah, not Frank Ocean. It was like
was it the Weeknd? Or...
It's a
song Smile.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm actually starting to like it now.
Yeah, she got a song on the new album.
God, what is his name? Prince something.
Yeah, I'm bringing it up right now. Strength of
Oh, Brent Fayez or whatever.
She got this song Smile. This joint.
If I tell the truth, I would say that I've been hurt.
And the funny thing is when we was talking about it, and you and Sim was like, I don't like that shit. And I was like, yo, I love that song. So
yeah.
But I'm just saying that I don't take offense to it, because every beat talks to somebody differently.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
I heard that with us being on the podcast. Like it's crazy the opinions everybody have. You be thinking that a song is hot.
Right.
You be by yourself, because everybody be like, nah, that shit whack.
The thing is, and that this is the thing too, is that I think you as an artist and a newer artist, you're going to get to a place to when you just know when something is good.
Absolutely. Yeah.
There are times when people will be like, Kill, I don't know about that. I'm like, trust me on this one. Like, trust me. Like, and that's how a lot of hip hop got made, because I did radio for about 8 years in Baltimore. So I've been privy to a lot of behind the scenes stories. And there are so many hit songs that have been made that the artist didn't like. And somebody just said, trust me. You know what I mean? Here's a great joint. Did you know what's Maxwell's biggest hit, JR?
Shit.
Easy, JR. This is like, what's 1 + 1?
This one.
Nope. His biggest hit to date is Fortunate.
Yeah, I said Fortunate.
Really?
Yeah, that's his biggest hit to date.
And I know he didn't like it.
And he did not like it.
No, he didn't.
He wanted that song that R. Kelly did for Casey and JoJo called.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He wanted life. Yes, he did.
Life. And R. Kelly's people, R. Kelly had to stay on Maxwell's people. Like, trust me.
Yeah.
It is gonna be the one for you. And he did not like it. And then you see what happens.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's why there's just certain times there may be a beat, and I'm like, D, just rock with me on this. Just rock with me, like, or you may have a song out like it's like Kill. But as an artist, you're gonna grow to understand where that thing is, because I've been making beats since '94. So, you know, I'm now at the 20 some odd years. I'm at the place where I'm like, nah, this is the shit. You know, when I first started, if 8 people said they didn't like it, I'm like, oh, guess it ain't good. Erase it. You know what I mean? But like after time, you're gonna get to that place where you like, yeah, okay, y'all may not like this, but trust me, like let's rock with this. You know, and that, because like I said, you'd be shocked at how many songs that's it's been like that with. That an artist has been like, nah, I'm not feeling that beat. I'm not feeling that concept. And trust me, fortunate because I hate that song Life. Like, I'm like,
I hate it from the time I heard it.
Yeah, I was like,
I'm talking about heard it at 9 years old. I was like, this shit's trash. But
yeah, like song you wanted, but I think it was more Maxwell was probably like, that's gonna be the first song released from that album with this movie with Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence, so I want to be the headliner, so give me that. But then we all see Fortunate became the monster, you know, that it was.
I remember last time I heard Life.
I don't think anybody does. All right, let me play you some more stuff.
Like from 97, 98.
This one going to Maybe Power too.
Yeah, I like that.
I think this is Eddie Kendricks.
It sounds very familiar.
Yeah, I think it's Eddie Kendricks. Let me see what else up here.
All the AC, all the mic shouted out.
Come on in. What's up? You okay? All right, love you. No, I'm good. Thank you.
Yeah, put that in Yes Pal. Yes Pal. Matter of fact, Kill, can you actually send that to me too? Well, I guess once this is me. Like this whole like little vibe right here, like. Yeah, put that in the yes pile. The thing is, I would like most beats. I know if I love them in 10 seconds or not. So like, it's all, I always hear that one little something that jumps out at me.
I like that.
Yeah, me too.
Here it comes.
Yeah, I have this one already saved in a Dropbox. Yeah, you sent that to me. I messed with that one. That's how Are You Ready, right? Put this in the yes file too. Is that Boosie? Is that a Boosie sample?
Nah, it's Curtis Mayfield.
Oh, okay.
Which one?
This folder says 2011, so it's written down somewhere. So, but I don't know it offhand.
Put that in the yes file though.
And this is the joint JR. He was talking about the Into My World.
The vision I have for this one is gonna be like I'm gonna have my sister, my brother, my favorite cousin, and my best friend just talking on it like on some like I remember when this little nigga used to always be singing around the house and writing songs and coming up with stuff, annoying everybody all the time and everything. And then just like when we kind of just like singing and harmonizing and ad-libbing in the background and stuff.
Right.
And it's just kind of like it ends with me talking about talking a little bit and then this is my story, enjoy the ride, blah blah blah, and then it actually fades into the album.
All right.
So you go. This is your intro. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you're not playing then. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. The background vocalist in the intro.
Yeah. Oh, because you gotta hear the end of it. That's the part where it just like really goes in for real. see, I was so mad at him because I was like, make this beat longer. He was like, it was on an old keyboard. I lost it. I was like, shit, because this would have been my first single, but I was like, it actually works really well.
I can extend it. It's just gonna take me a minute. I just gotta do it through the machine.
No. It's gonna be no. That's the intro.
Oh, that's it. All right. The funny thing is, JR, that beat is 2007. That beat right there. Yeah.
Are you serious?
What's up, baby? Your nose bleeding again? All right. I'm gonna keep playing some stuff for y'all real quick.
Okay.
Digging it.
You don't like it?
The thing is, I like it. I just don't like it for me.
Okay.
It's not in line with like what I'm hearing for the album. For the
okay, yeah, because like you said, that's your focus. Is the album.
Oh wait. My bad. Hold on. We just listening for the. My bad.
Oh no! I think Kill is playing all these just for both, like
okay.
your album.
I've been listening to them strictly for me, but okay. So.
Oh yeah, because if you ain't feeling it, no, because that's why I want to know. That's why I was like, where y'all going with it? Like, where you want to go with the EP?
Well, the thing is, the ear I have for it, like, you got to understand, like, I'm a child of the 90s, so it's like...
I understand.
Well, but it's like, I'm a child of the 90s who grew up, listening to music to shit from the 60s and 70s.
Right.
And it's like, so you take all that, you take, like, that Motown, that Philly soul, plus, the jazz, and then, my mom was a big, like, New Jack Swing era, so, there's a whole lot of, like, Guy and Babyface influencing me on that, too. But and then just my own like taste. I'm a huge like SWV, Jade, Escape type fan. So it's like that's the kind of stuff I'm really like.
Okay.
I mean, granted, I'm a dude, but it's like that influence is there. That SWV influence is really heavy on me. So it's like, hey, I kind of want that to come through too. But at the same time, like, I got my start singing in church, so it's like that's gonna come through naturally too. So
yes, because we need them gospel voices, or we need
exactly, and that's what I'm saying. And it's like Kill being a hip hop producer, it's like I know he gets it, but at the same time, it's like, how do I mesh, them hip hop beats with like the church vocals and like not come off sounding like I'm trying to do a bad Mary J. Blige impression or some shit.
Right. And yeah, because that's why.
But it's like I got a whole bunch of like song ideas and stuff. I have a whole clearly defined vision in my head, but at the same time, it's like I was saying earlier, Kill has that hip hop influence that'll make me a whole lot more relatable to my generation because it's like, I'll come out on some R&B shit, but it's like you got a 30-year-old nigga out here coming like he 1965 Marvin Gaye or some shit. People gonna be looking at me like, what the fuck? But like, right. That's really what I come out on if it was just left up to my own devices. So
right.
Because like even as far as like my whole image, I plan on I want to be like always in like a suit and some shit, but like make it like relatable for today and everything. But like I'm trying to like I'm a huge Motown. Well, as you know, I'm a huge Motown fan. So like, I'm kind of taking that whole Gordy approach to the way I want to present myself and all that. But it's like I don't want to come off as being like an old man either. I don't want to be too costumey, like I'm a parody act of somebody from 1960 whatever either.
Right. And I think that's the problem with Leon right now. I think he's getting stuck with this image, and he's like this album and what his image is completely different. So it's like everybody's stuck on him in that 60s era, and you don't want to get stuck.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't want to get stuck, but it's just like, I just want to make music. Like, and that's the thing right there. It's like,
oh God,
you want to look at it like just, of course we're going for success, but at the same time, like, I just really want to just get this shit off my chest. Like, this is really a passion project for me more than anything. I'm hoping that people fuck with it, but it's just something that's more therapy for me. As far as like, just working through a whole lot of shit, as far as like dealing with the death of my mom, me and my ex breaking up and all that, all shit that's just been, really wearing on me that I've been carrying on. And like, I'm really just trying to put it out through music. So,
so I know this album is going to be very personal for you.
Very much so. He was talking about that when the levees broke beat. And, when he first sent it to me, it was like on some, all right, you're going to be talking about the relationship. When the levees break in your relationship, you can feel something coming on. But then I was like, wait. When I heard the track, I was like, no, I'm taking this in something completely different. And I had written these lyrics, and had a melody for it, but didn't have a beat for it. And it's the song called Motherless Child. And it's easily the most personal piece I've ever written to date. So that's why I was like, no, that's gonna be the last song on the album. That's how I want to take it. And it's like, hey, you got that When the Labels Broke thing, but no, this is for some reason pulling me in a completely different direction. So,
Okay.
oh, my bad, Kill. Shit,
No. Like I always say, man, let the music lead you. You know.
Yeah.
No, I was just saying I didn't even realize you came back because I'm just up here talking.
No. My daughter had a nosebleed, so I was trying to help her with that.
Oh.
But what else is up here?
Now I know where your head is. So now I know this is gonna be something personal.
And that's why I'm taking such a perfectionist approach to it, because like this is me. Like this is really like if there was one thing that you had to sum Darius up in, I want this to be like the complete snapshot of where I am at this particular point in life.
Okay. So we want a lot of emotion, but we do want a current sound to it, right?
The thing is, I want a lot of emotion, but I want as much of a current sound as I need to have, but I don't necessarily want to make it too current, just because I was explaining to you before. I'm very much a child of the past. So
I got you.
And truth be told, I'm really not all that impressed by a lot of what's current now. So, I'm also not trying to, do a lot of redux of just coming out like, I'm on some Bruno Mars type shit where I'm just doing stuff from 20 years ago. That's not a knock to him because I mess with him. But
right. You know who I'm really
like? I want to keep it fresh, but at the same time, it's like, when people hear me, I want to be like, okay, you can tell that boy grew up listening to quote unquote real music.
I was just about to say that. When you listen to you want people to know like this dude influences is from the church.
Exactly.
He likes the Motown. He likes the 90s. He likes those. Okay. All right. Yeah. But you don't want to be too current, but you want to still connect a little bit.
Yeah, I want to still connect, but if there was a way I could bring it to the current generation, like, no, this is what. How about? I know y'all like the Jaquises of the world and all that, but how about you take a listen to this and see how you make that too?
Right.
Yeah. And when I bring up other artists, again, that's not me knocking them either. It's just
Oh no, and I think the dope way is trying to, and these are the times that we have to brainstorm, because it may be. We do something, I don't even know. I'm just talking off the top of my head. We do something. We start off something trappish, and then it switches to soul. Like, how to get that. You know what I mean? Because the people like you two, like, how old are you, D?
I'm 29. I'll be 30 next month.
Yeah, so y'all two are kids, so I don't even know how y'all have so much respect and love for the soul, because the average 29 or 30-year-old is good with the trap. You know what I mean? So, like me and JR always talk about, the people who are my age who love that music don't really buy it. You know what I mean? Or they don't know.
How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 44.
Okay, cool, cool.
So, the people who are my age don't even realize, because it's funny, one of my coworkers, she was really, really into R&B hard, and like she had no idea D'Angelo had dropped a new album or Jodeci had dropped a new album, and because she was like, for her, she's like, yo, where would I have heard that it dropped? Like, I don't watch, there ain't no 106 in Park. I don't watch BET to see a new video that's come out.
Right.
I don't have a subscription to Vibe magazine no more to see, so we then now have to kind of figure out a way, how do we tap into the market of those women who were R&B heads, but don't know that these new artists have anything out, which may be, and it may have to be through something else, because I do marriage coaching too. So I know a lot of shorties from doing that, and have to be a way of how we push it through. And just talking about that, I don't know if you can write it, but here's something that nobody's ever done before. I've never heard an R&B song about like a couple in counseling. You know what I mean? Or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, because, one of the songs I hated when it came out, but I love it now, was the Deborah Cox and RL joint. Like, we can't be friends.
See, that's one of my favorites.
You didn't like it, Kel?
You know, it came out when I was in college. I was
I forgot. Never mind.
In no relationship type.
No, you was.
My mind was some old we can't be friends. Bitch, I ain't want to be a friend in the first place. I don't understand what y'all niggas is talking about. But
yo, he is grimy when he came to R&B back then.
But now that I'm older, I get it. Like that's the perfect thing. So just again, like I'm just
no, but see, you brought up a very good point just right there. It's like I feel like there's a lot of people who listen to stuff. It's like, okay, can I relate to this?
Right.
Is this something that connects with me? And it's like, no, for me, I listen to something. It's like, oh damn, let me play that back. I love that run, or I like the way that they stack those vocals right there, or you know, that piano flourish right there.
Just
oh
like
shit, did you hear those horns? Did you hear those strings? Like I listen for shit like that. So it's like, you know, when I'm creating music or thinking of music, I'm thinking of it from, you know, a sonic thing more so than like, can I relate to this? So that's another thing that I'm trying to, you know, I don't want to miss people on either. Like the people who are going to, you know, be looking for, can I relate to this, or is it something that I've gone through, or something that I've experienced? Like, how do I get them? Because, you know, my shit's gonna be different from yours, but at the same time, if I feel like, you know, hey, if I blend, you know, this 1-3-5 together, you know, that's gonna sound real hot or some shit.
Right.
I don't want you to miss that either. So, like, how do I mesh the two?
Yeah.
And I'm just asking, you know, rhetorically right now. But
I mean, yeah, I think one of the dopest things, man, is just, you know, and the thing that I love about it is really being able to play with stuff. You know what I mean? And what I mean by that is like, you know, I know Atlanta ain't no hop, skip, and a jump, but you know, a lot of times, you know, when people come down, they'll get a hotel across the street from me at the Marriott, and we just play with shit all weekend. You know what I mean?
Really?
And just yeah, that's how we usually record stuff. Like when JR come down, anytime I have a session, I try to get him over here to get his ears on it. But like my man Sido come down for the day, and we banged out like 12 songs in a day, right, JR?
Yeah. I think we was there. We got there like 3. I think we all lead to like 12.
Yeah,
oh, damn.
but it's you know, my man Sight kind of came in, vision focused. We bang out songs and my Riz, he would come down. He came down on a Friday and then left Sunday, and we had his whole album done. You know what I mean? But the good thing is once you get a computer and we can start sending files back and forth, you know, it's like that's really like the easy thing because you can kind of play with anything now. You know what I mean? So
yeah. But the thing about it is I really like the whole idea of, you know, me actually being there just because I feel like I'm a type of person, like, I need to actually have that energy in the room. Like, I don't work well off the whole sending stuff back and forth or working digitally. Right. And, I mean, I know it's 2018, so I really need to get with it. But, like,
I mean, like I always tell people, and this is what I was telling my young boy who called me, who's about to put out a project, and I was telling him, you know, the hard part is that we've got it, and people, you see these quotes on Instagram and Twitter and everywhere, you know, invest in yourself, all that stuff. But that's what we really got to do, and that's what a lot of people don't want to do. You know what I mean? Like when I got all this equipment, we took 5 G's out of my wife 401k and was like, look, if you think this music is gonna pop and we need this studio equipment, let's do it. You know what I mean? But then when I challenge an MC to do that, it's like, nah, I can't do that. But then I see you in Jamaica. You know what I mean?
Well, it all tells you about what people are serious about.
But again, it's kind of like being able to map those things out. Like, you know, like you don't mind saving up or spending or putting on a credit card 3 G's for 7 days in Jamaica, you know. Whereas my thought is if you really believe in yourself, put that 3 G's in yourself.
Right.
You know, you put it in yourself and it pays off the way you want. You could prayerfully go to Jamaica anytime you want, you know. But those are like the things, like people will be like, okay, I know you love making beats and I enjoy it. I enjoy playing PlayStation a whole lot more than I enjoy making beats. But playing NBA 2K ain't going to help me quit my day job.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So I play one game, 1 half-hour game, and then I'm in the studio for the rest of the night. A lot of people don't want to make that sacrifice. You know what I mean? And that's what, you know, I was editing my man's video and he was at a Super Bowl party. He's like, oh, Kill, you ain't come out to the Super Bowl party. My nigga, I'm editing your video.
Right.
No, you should be sitting on the couch next to me.
Exactly.
Right. I was just about to say.
Guess what? We can still watch the Super Bowl, but
it's going to be at a party.
Exactly. You know, but that's what I mean by people being on the same wavelength and everything like that, because, you know, you gotta invest in yourself, and that's where, you know, a lot of people, like I said, they love that it's Bandcamp and iTunes and Tidal and all that, but people don't understand that when you did have a record label, you had a marketing team.
That's right.
That did it.
People forget.
So everybody wants to be like, oh, I'm a boss, I got my own label, I got my own this, but
don't take all the responsibilities.
Yeah, exactly. So now you're not just the artist, you now have to be the marketing team, and your marketing team had a budget. You know, you know what I mean, on you. So those are the things that people, if you want to say, okay, boom, it's great, I could get, because I equate it to the NBA. You have all these NBA players who want to get to the league, and they just want to get to the league. They want to get on IG, they want to get that first check, buy mom in the house, and that's it. They're not thinking about how can I be the best basketball player ever, or what work do I have to put in. And that's what people like to do. People love to be like, yo, go to iTunes, Tidal, I'm there, hook it up. But it's like, how many downloads do you have? Like,
what are you doing to make sure that you have downloads beyond that first day, 24 hours of release?
Exactly. It's like, yeah, you're on iTunes, but are you selling? Like, that doesn't mean anything. Or people will be like, yeah, I'm on Tidal, but I'm like, my nigga, you're not having meetings with Jay-Z. Like, you saying it like you and Jay just got finished having a meeting. Like, nah, my nigga, you're just on Tidal, you know. So it's being able to think past that and look at the broader thing. Like, you know, people always want to look at Chance, and I mean, I think Chance is an anomaly because everybody isn't gonna be Chance. You know, what I do love about Chance is that he shows that it can be done. But I always tell people this: do not believe that Chance did not have some money.
A label behind him, absolutely.
And I'm not even saying a label. He may have had some drug dealing money. There was money behind Chance.
As hell, you ain't up here rubbing shoulders with Beyonce and Jay-Z calling him auntie and uncle, and ain't nobody putting them
right. But that's what people got to understand. And it's even when I'm talking to people about making an album, I'm like, look, I want to redo my kitchen, but if I don't have the money to do it, I can't do it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So people kind of got to understand that, you know, to make this happen, because my biggest thing with working with somebody is like, don't worry about if I'm reaching out to you like I reached out to you, I'm like, I'm believing we can cook something up good together. So I'm not worried about getting paid right now, because I want this to be a team effort.
Right.
I'd rather take, instead of getting 200 for a track, I'm looking long term. Now there's some MCs I rock with that I'm like, I ain't gonna, you know, roll the dice on you, so just give me my 200 right now.
Right.
It's like, let's work together to get this out there. And the thing that we got to understand that, you know, and I understand real life happens. You know what I'm saying? And that's a thing with a lot of MCs that are my age that fall apart, is that it's like, hey, you're 44, you're married with 2 kids. Next thing you know, you're going through a divorce. Your kid is sick. I don't expect you to put music above that. So you got to go handle that situation. You know what I mean? But it's just being able to balance and juggle all those things to be able to kind of just figure out, you know, how to make the best product. And another reason why I love having JR on is because I call people like JR civilians. They're just people who love music. Right. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times you get all these producers and MCs in the room, and we love it. Like, lyrically is this and lyrically is that, but will a listener enjoy it?
Will somebody want to press play on this twice?
Exactly. You know, and people sometimes they be like, oh, no, they don't rhyme. They don't need to be in the session. I'm like, nah, those are the niggas you need in your session, because they're the ones who gonna buy it. So they can let you know right now, I really ain't feeling that. You know what I mean? And to just be able to get, you know, the good vibes off of people, you know, because, you know, it is definitely important. Let me play y'all a couple more joints and see.
Yes. Yeah. I don't know what I hear with it, but I'm hearing something. So I'm gonna play with
I know I even.
See, there's certain beats.
Interlude or something.
I don't want to shooting stuff back and forth thing because I don't feel like that. Like number one, I feel like if I'm just out here on my like doing it by myself, you may not be able to get that. You might be able to pull something out of me that I might not be able to pull out of myself if I was there. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
The stuttering and everything. I'm tired. Shit, my bad.
I definitely understand what you're saying, man. I definitely understand, and I mean, you know, that's why, like I said, it was like, yo, let's do some, maybe twice a month. We just sit down like this, chop it up. You know, maybe you wrote something, sing it for us, see, you know, everything like that. So it's like that way when you do come up, it's not like we gotta take time to kind of be like, all right, well, you think this, you think that, or whatever like that.
Come in, lay it down. Now, one thing I will say, I know we were talking about like laying down 12 songs. A lot of the stuff that I'm coming up with is like really heavy on like intricate background vocals and stuff. So it's gonna like take me a minute to like lay those down and like mesh all those out. So,
bro, like I said, man, I'm when it's studio time, we in here, we laugh, we joke. I don't know if you ever seen any of the videos I posted.
Yeah, I have.
Like, we just laughing in here, we joking in here, you know, everything like that. Now, I also had this joint where a couple of songs, because my wife sings, but a couple of joints, one of the ideas, because she sings, but she's just started writing. So I was thinking, okay, well, what may be easier is if, you know, you just sing old songs. Like, I hip-hop the beat out. And you sing old songs, so you don't even have to do the writing thing. Now, one of the songs, I don't know if you ever rock, one of my favorite songs ever is Cyndi Lauper's Time After Time.
It's a great one.
I mean, so this was like, I kind of hip hopped this joint out.
And what? Just have him sing, just sing time after time. Just do it.
And I mean, you know, everybody loves the song. The beat is different. So again, I think the hip hop heads will fuck with it. You know, the R&B folk will mess with it. Another joint I did that I R&B'd out that she didn't really like my shit. Yeah, what's that joint? The System.
Don't Disturb This Groove.
Yeah, I did one for that. Let me see if I can find that. And she ain't really.
Oh, that would, you know what? That would actually be dope as a marketing tool, like to do like a cover record, just to, like you said, to test the waters.
But again, we doing them and we hip hopping them out.
Right.
You know?
Right. But I'm saying it's like, at least with that, you would catch people because they'd be like, wait a minute, I know this song. So then they'll see how Darius gonna sing on it. So they like, okay, he can sing. Then you got the hip hop heads because like they like, yo, this beat is crazy. So you starting to get people and testing the waters just to see how it is. And then it's like, all right, you get people liking it. It's like, all right, now I know I can come with this. Now I got it. Now I got the it.
Let me see if I can find.
That's a dope ass idea, JR.
Yeah, like now you got the
something like that. And the thing that bangs that out quicker is then it knocks out the whole process of it being like you got to write to it. It's like the song is already written,
right?
But if I do that on some real shit, it really does have to be the right song.
Right.
Absolutely.
All right. So,
I know what I want it to be. I think. Well, maybe. What do you think you could do? What you want to do for love by Bobby Caldwell?
Yeah, I can mess with that. Yeah.
And I'll start thinking of other songs too.
Especially now that everybody done found out he right.
Right. And I don't understand how folks didn't know that before.
I didn't understand that either. I was like, "Are you kidding me?" But now everybody like, "Oh my God, he white." I'm like, yeah. I'm like, what? You know that? Yeah. Your ass off that record.
You know what?
That would be dope.
Hell yeah.
I hear the church in you, boy.
You said what?
I hear the church in you, boy.
Oh, oh my bad. I was just trying to come up like.
Oh, listen. I understand church because I mean, listen. I come from the church myself.
Well, yeah, you get it.
And I can hear it. You just humming, and I'm like, ooh. Oh God. Oh,
this is the thing. I didn't even realize that's something you could hear for real. As far as
listen. That's one thing I love about singers. I love when you hear them sing, you can tell what their influences are, and that's why I like the '90s because a lot of them you heard came out of the church. It was like you came out of the church. Coco, you came out of the church. You came out of the church. Now, Mary, she might have been in the church choir, but she had
right. But he was, yeah.
You know what
Mary
I'm saying?
gave me that girl who was always singing in the cafeteria.
Yeah. But that's why I just heard.
Like y'all was in choir on Sunday, but yeah, she wasn't.
Right.
But like again, like another person I'm a huge fan of, Dave Hollister. And that's the thing. Like, me, it's like, came up in the church, but still kind of got like that, worldly kind of thing to him too. So it's like, hold the line, but like I ain't going too far into either side.
Yeah.
It's like I could fall on either side at any given moment. But like, like you say, like the Cocos, the Marys, the Dave Hollister, like I'm a huge fan of like Johnny Gill.
Your voice tells it all. You could tell you love some singers because you could tell. Like you could tell. Like just that's when I was telling you when I watch because as you know now, I'm a Sam Cooke lover because of my grandfather. So when I saw it, when people cover Sam Cooke, it's a lot of people. I'd be like, no. But when you did that cover, and I said, "Are you kidding me?" And I hit Eric. I was like, "Eric, you didn't know that Darius sings?" He was like, "He sings?" I was like, "Yes." And he was like, "Where?" And I was like, "Yo, check out the video." And he was like, "Oh my God." I was like, son, like
I appreciate y'all. And it's funny you say that because like you and Eric were two of the main people I was concerned about because like on some real shit, just the interactions we had and everything. I was like, I really fuck with them, really respect their opinions as far as music go. That's actually how me and Eric got cool years ago on Twitter, just talking about. It was matter of fact, he did like a music thread and I commented on or something. We follow each other and just been rocking since. But I was like, okay, these are two guys who I really, really respect. And if they don't fuck with it, then I'm just hang it up. But
nah. When I heard it, that's why I had to retweet it and Kill saw it. And Kill was like, who this? And I was like, oh yeah, this is my homeboy Darius. I was like, yo, he can sing. Check it out. And then the next thing I know, Kill hit me was like, yeah, me and Darius been back and forth. I said, when?
Yeah. Well, no, because the thing is, he was like, I think he randomly followed me off a conversation me and you were having like a while ago, like way before I posted the video. And then he had like, I guess he was going through cleaning out who was like gonna keep following or unfollow or whatever. And he saw me, hit me up in the DMs, and I was like, okay. And that's just been his since. So,
yeah. Oh yeah.
Send me the link to SoundCloud, and it was just, he had like a bunch of old ass beats on SoundCloud, but they were like, I fucked with a whole lot of them. It's still stuff I want to use for my project too. So, who the talented? I will give him that much.
And I told, and you could tell, and you could definitely tell that Kill loves it. That's what I'm saying. Like you want somebody to love it, and that's why when Kill is focused on the project, he's focused on it. But like, don't let him get too stray, because then it's like Kill will try to do 5 and 6 things at one time. Like he will tell you that now. Like you see, he do this, he do this. I say he never gets any sleep. Right. But if he's focused on you, he's focused on you. And I'm like, y'all two, y'all can do some great things with each other. because of the
That's
sound.
about it. But I just kind of feel like, am I dragging my ass? Because I'm gonna be real, like it's the ideas. Like I have a bunch of songs that were already written that I've been able to tweak up. So like match perfectly is, but at the same time, as far as coming up with like new shit, like that Luther beat he played, like it's just been hard. I don't know what's been going on, but I ain't been having like that same flow of inspiration that I usually have.
But I think I like where you gonna have the album going. It's gonna be real. It's gonna be your life. So it's like. Just talk
like
about
I'm still
your
working
life.
on thoughts and trying to, get it. It's like, you can take, you got your life experiences, but turning those into songs.
Oh yeah, I heard that is tough. It
is. But at the same time, like there have been a couple that I've written, like that Motherless Child joint I was talking about. The words just, I think I wrote it in probably 10 minutes. But like. Another thing, one thing that I feel is missing in a lot of music now, especially like with male R&B. I'm huge on like the melodies, the arrangements, all that. You can have a high
bridges anymore. Like I love a bridge, and we don't even
bridges. And see, okay, so you remember when songs were like verse, chorus, bridge to the build up, big ass note, and then you just go off at the end. And it's like for some reason that shit just stopped. But I'm trying to bring that kind of thing back.
Yes, we need
like you really don't hear dudes hit you really don't hear niggas hitting like them money notes and stuff anymore at the end of the song.
No, you don't. It's like the auto tune is hitting it for them.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Like, I did a hook for this rapper, and he put some auto tune on my voice, but for some reason it really pissed me off because I'm like, I'm not that kind of singer.
Yeah,
and and that's not. I don't no disrespect to those who use it, but I feel like, look, if I can't do it with the voice God gave me, then I don't need to trying to do it.
What the hell am I using?
I need to be having people think I'm doing it.
Exactly.
Shit. What was I about to say?
What'd you think of that? Like, Disturb joint. The Don't Disturb the Groove joint.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah, because that's what happened. Because I was humming on that, then me and him got off on a tangent.
Yeah, because I heard him humming, and I was like, "Yep, he from the church."
And I just the joint, the Bill Withers, Use Me.
Honestly, bro, I hate that song. I'm not a Bill Withers fan at all. but
I hate it.
But if you could turn into if you turn into something, I'm always willing to listen to whatever you come up with because just you can't turn it into some hot.
It was only because they just had a commercial on it, and I just used the break beat, the drums from it, and then it's like a Heineken commercial they just dropped with it. But I remember JR telling me that you're a Motown dude, right?
Very much so.
All right, I'm gonna send you these. I got like 40 Motown instrumentals.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. In fact, let me get these off my hard drive now. JR, I tell you, man, my hard drive is like anything that you could close.
I know. I got to make sure I got a new hard drive when I come over to Kill House.
Bro, Kill, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you ever have anything that's like based off of Motown or any like Philadelphia International Records or like anything like that, I'm always down to listen to them because that's like the kind of shit I love to like kind of vibe to. So please send those to me if you have.
You mess with D'Angelo?
Very much so. But I'm more of a Brown Sugar than Voodoo fan.
Right, but I mean, I've got a rack of these stuff. Like I've got D rehearsing for the Essence Festival.
Really?
Back when Angie Stone and Anthony Hamilton were his backup
singers. Yeah. Oh yeah, I need to see that for real.
Finally, somebody agrees. Even though Voodoo is musically great.
Voodoo was and the thing is, number one, I think, I just like Brown Sugar more as an album, but I think I have a lot more of a sentimental connection to it too, just because my mom always played it, so it was like, it was always playing in the house when I was a little kid and shit.
I think that was because my dad was straight hip hop, so that was a hip hop he could connect to. He could connect to.
If you down with it, D, I'm about to start doing a series of R&B joints of my podcast. So if you down to jump on with us.
Yeah, because it gets too R&B. Kill think he getting too soft, so he got to leave R&B for a minute, and then he does his hip hop for a good while, and then he come back around, and then
it's about knowing your audience. This is about knowing that the people who listen to Apartment 5B are 90% hip hop heads. I gotta try to swing them over. Like I'm doing an episode on health, but I've got to base it off of like Fife dying and different people who have died because two of my college homeboys, both are cancer survivors, me with the fibromyalgia, just Gadget just having a heart attack. Just so I want to do a show about health, but I can't just be like, all right, we talking about health because people are gonna tune out because they're you know. So I got to try to find a way to hip hop it out, you know. Yeah. So I'm pulling off the hard drive right now. So I'm gonna send you all the stuff that we just did. I'm gonna send you these D'Angelo rehearsals, the Motown instrumentals. I got it's so much stuff in here. I got trying to think of what else you may want. You a big Prince dude?
Somewhat, not a big Prince. I'm a fan, but like not a huge Prince. Prince is one of those people. I'm gonna be real with this. You know, stone me, sue me if y'all want to. Prince and MJ, I'm fans, and I certainly respect them as the greats and legends that they are. But like, I really don't go up for them the same way everybody else does.
Nah, I mean,
I like them. I mean, I never try to, you know.
That's respect. That's absolutely respect.
I got if you rock with Raphael Sadiq, I got some instrumentals of his too.
Yeah, very much rock with Raphael.
All right, so I'll send you these joints over now. Let me help get this nosebleed and everything together, y'all. But good looking for taking the time to chopping it up. Maybe in about another week and a half, we'll do it again and just chop it up. And like I said, then we're gonna start doing some R&B joints. So love to have you on that joint too.
Yeah, I'd love to be there.
That would be good.
All right, y'all. I'll check y'all out later. All right.
All right, y'all boys have a good night, man.
All right.